Morning guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video on my Sierra Cosworth. In today's video, I've got to wash it once again because it's absolute filth where it's been in the unit. As you can see, I can't do anything to it while it's dirty. I need to put the side mouldings on today. We need to put the new seat base in, the driver's seat, and then that'll bring all that back up and it'll look like the other seat. I'm going to clip the sunroof visor in, not done that yet. What else have I got to do? I can't even remember. Oh, me like a numpty, I left the battery connected, so the battery's dead flat, so I want to get that on charge. Yeah, so I'll pull the battery out and then I can sort that. I'd like to get this overspray off from when I bought it. Remember, it had dodgy paint before this was all painted, so I want to remove all the old overspray and all the crap. There's a few bits on the rubber still from when I bought the car. What else have I got to do? Yeah, side mouldings. We can put the front bumper moulding in, like the trim bit. The back bumper I'm not going to because I've got to paint the back bumper, so I want to get that sorted. Then I can finally get all the bumpers bolted up properly. I can't remember what else we've got to do, but I'm sure there's other bits. So I'm going to crack on, get this cleaned, and I'll see you in a mo. She's been bathed. Battery's on charge. She does look lovely. Right, I'm going to start out by pulling the seat out, I believe. We're going to change the webbing in the seat base, so that'll be back to normal like the other one. That'll raise that back up when all the webbing's been changed. We've got the sunroof visor in the back there. We've got to clip that up. I'm going to wait till Dave gets over here. Someone's cutting out there. I'm going to wait till Dave gets over at some point today. Give me a hand. We'll put the side mouldings on. My mince pies ain't that good, so I'll end up putting them on the buckle. Cosworth badge and that I'll put back on. Them mouldings as well, obviously. What else am I doing? Can't remember. Oh, that's it. Then we'll go around and try and remove some of the overspray, like, you know, on one of these. See, we've got some overspray there. This is not from us doing anything to it. It's how the car comes. So there's all little niggly bits that I want to go and try and sort out. I've got to get this done and sorted and up for sale and sold. Things are changing. I've got some good news. We've got a new workshop and hopefully I should be moving or getting the keys next week at some point. So yeah, quite promising, and it's actually still here. It was really random. I was walking up to the office on Wednesday and I'm walking past there's a mechanic at the top in a big workshop, and he's not here that often. I think he works in another place and comes here and does PJs and stuff. And I was just coming to my head, I was just mucking around. And I went, oi! I said, don't you need to downsize yet? I need a bigger bloody workshop. And he went, yeah, I do actually. I was like, what? And that was it. Like, none of us ever thought he would leave. He's been here for donkey's years. So I'm having a deal with him for my middle workshop, the one that I store cars in up the top there. He's moving into that, and I'm having his big workshop. So, fingers crossed. It needs a lot of work, don't get me wrong. Fingers crossed. I should be able to get in there, paint it all up, sort it all out, do the floor. The floor's filth and all. I'm going to have to scrub the life out of that. If any of you guys are do any of that, what's it called, epoxy resin flooring, I think I'm going to go for that if I can get, well, say if it's cheap enough. I know it ain't cheap, but you can go on a website called Floor Saver. You can buy it at a reasonable price, but I'd rather pay someone that does it and knows what they're doing. So if any of you do epoxy resin floors and you're cheap, give me a shout. Yeah, we've got enough room in there to put a booth in there if I want to. I'm not going to buy a booth for up here, only because I don't know whether I've got more than 5 years in here. I'm not going to do 30 grand on a booth and then pay thousands to have it took down and all that. so we might end up putting a second-hand one in or building something that we want. But it is double the size of what I've currently got. It's a lot taller as well, and it'll work out fine. So it's just one of them things. It just happened randomly, and everyone says things are meant to happen for a reason. So yeah, good news on that front. We have a new workshop. Hopefully we can get moved in. Well, I won't actually move in there for a while, but I should get the keys next week at some point, and then I can start doing it up before I move out of this one. But where I currently park all my cars, he's moving into that one, so I've got to move all my cars out, and I don't want all my cars in the yard for long, so I need to pull my finger out. This baby's got to get done. I've got to put the rest of this back together, sort it out, get this up for sale. They're making strong money at the moment. There's cars going up for 30 grand, which I don't think are as good as mine. So I want to get this up. I want to take 25 for this. First person that comes up and gives me 25 grand can take it. So I want to get it all finished, buttoned up. I want to take it out for a nice run, because all I've done for the last 6 months minimum is start it up, move it out, start it up, move it back. That's all I've been doing. I want to give it a nice good run, a good clear out, and yeah, I'm going to polish the living hell out of it, make it clean, and put it up for sale. So this is on the list, that's on the list, got to get that done. My little Fiesta turbo, I've had problems with that. I don't know whether I've done another video on that, I can't remember. It's killed 2 fuel pumps now. So there's something wrong with the wiring. I've bought a 3rd fuel pump, and we're going to totally rewire the fuel pump on the Fiesta, put a new fuel pump in the tank, and hopefully sort that out, and then I can do the finishing bits on the Fiesta, get that little Fiesta turbo sold. I'm selling my Fiesta van, my courier van, my recovery truck, so everything's going. I need to make room. I'm giving up the workshop. We're not giving it, swapping it, and I'm giving up my yard, and I'm going to have one big workshop and keep this one to store some toys in here. So yeah, that's enough waffle. Let me crack on. Let's get this seat out and get this seat base sorted. See you in a moment. There we go. So as you just saw, I removed the base, the runner off of the seat base. That's the old webbing, it was broken. This is an original webbing by the look of it and how brittle it is. It has 2 rods through the side. I've slid them in this one now in the new webbing. This is obviously made of a lot more durable material by the look of it. And on the side of these, the little clips lock in, and then when that's in position down here, you clip. I'm going to clip the clips on first. Your clips will be clipped on that metal bar, and then you pull it over and then clip it in the little hole. So it'll be on there, you pull it taut and it'll clip in there, and then there's numerous holes down the seat for that to clip in, and it stretches that out, and that's what gives you your seat base again. So that's done well, however old that Recaro is. That's the original webbing that broke. So this is an aftermarket replacement. So I've put the bars in this. I'm now going to clip. It's easier to clip the clips on individually across here. I'm going to clip them on, put it in place, and then try and knock them over. There'll be a bit of tension. Might need to use a screwdriver or a pair of pliers, and then hopefully that's that repaired, and then we can bolt the runner back on and get the chair in, and the chair will be back to normal. I'm going to crack on and do that. I'll see you in a moment. Living a dream. That was a pain in the arse, but we got it on. Obviously, a clip one side in, there's no tension, and then when you get to the clips this side, a little bit of tension, and it gets stiffer, 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 and stiffer. And as you saw in the time lapse, I had mole grips on it. This last one, Jesus, I am not a weak person. I was putting all my effort into trying to hook that over. That was a nightmare. But that's that done. Let's get the seat in, have a little butchers and see what it's like, but it should be back to standard again now. That's out, and the new one's in, should be nice. So I'm going to get that thrown in, we'll have a little look. See you in a mo. There we go, guys. Seat base all looking good now. This pucker. I'm just sorting out the sunroof thing that I had flopped. Excuse the noise, I've got the fan going. I'm just going to undo the sections to slide it back in its home. But yeah, we're getting there. We're making progress. It's blooming hot again today. Yeah, let me crack on. I just got to undo the recess up there and try and clip that back in. Kind of should have done it before putting the roof lining in, but is what it is. I'll crack on with this and I'll see you in a mo. Well, Kiddlywinks, my advice to you would be leave the roof lining out before you try and fit that grille back in. Man, that has been the hardest job I've done on this car. Now, what I have found out is this flock that I have had done, it is very nice, don't get me wrong, very hard to show you against the contrast of the roof lining. It is very nice, but it's too thick. It's thicker than the original, and the tolerances in the bit that it slides in are minute. I've been mucking around with this for hours trying to get my head around why it's not having it and sliding, but it's done, it's in, and it looks very nice. But God, having it done not from factory, if that makes sense, this must be thicker than original because it's so stiff. Not like mega, but it should slide easy, do you know what I mean? And it's in all the runners properly, everything's correct. There just is a minute tolerance, I'm guessing, but whew, that was hard work, blooming hard work. Oh God, I had to stop. I went and had some lunch, ate my salad, sat down, chilled. I just thought, nah, I'm gonna break something. Sometimes it's best to walk away, but it's in, it's done. It's hard to show you, obviously upside down, but yeah, really looking cool. All the roof lining's nice, all of this lining is nice. Just don't open it. Just leave it. It looks pretty, that'll do. I've made a mess everywhere. I'm gonna have to clean all the inside up anyway, re-hoover it and stuff, but it's still okay. Just hoover it, don't need shampooing again, but as you can see where it's sat for ages, the dust, it's gonna need some love no matter what. That was long. I don't even know what the time is. I think it's about 3 o'clock, 3:30. Right, what are we doing now? Dave hasn't come up today, so I haven't put the mouldings on yet. I might go and have a little see who's about, and we'll go from there. I'll pop back in a mo. There we go. I cleaned up all the overspray that was on here. That's just a mark, that's not actually paint. There was a bit of overspray around here that I had to wipe off on the fuse box, and then a bit on the wiper arm there, and a little bit up the side of the bonnet hinge. So that's all sorted. I did do around the rubber. The majority of it's off. I've got a couple of little niggly bits. I might have to scrape that, but I didn't really want to. I might remove the rubber to do that. There's no one up here to help me with the mouldings, and there ain't much else that I can do. But what I am going to do before I start getting into polishing this up and making this look nice is these back lights are really dull and faded. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little test piece. What's that, a test piece? I'm going to do one of them. I'm going to try and restore the clarity to one of these back lights. Well, I'm going to do them both, but yeah, just going to do one just so I can show you the difference, see what I can do with it. It's very hard to show you how dull and faded that is. I hope that's picking up on camera. There's hardly any shine to it and it all looks dull. So I'm going to get some equipment and see if I can restore that and make that look better. We'll do that before we call it a day. I want to, like I said, clean all of it up, polish it all up and make it look the best it can. So I'm going to start with that. It's going to be the same for the front headlight, indicator. But we'll do the headlights as well. So yeah, let's get some bits. See you in a moment. There we go, as you just saw. We're trying to, there we go, there is some clarity there. Quite hard to see. Compared to that one, quite dull and oxidised, versus this one. It's very hard to show on camera. There's a massive difference in clarity and shine across the light. Obviously I've got light beaming on this one, so it looks lighter than it is in real life, but you can see how dull that is versus that one. Big improvement. looks a lot better. As you saw in the time lapse, it weren't quite cutting as good as I wanted it to with the little DA, so I've got my rotary out and cut it with the rotary. Should be able to see the difference from there versus that one. It is so hard to show on camera. Then I refined it and then finished it. I used the men's Erna cutting compound only because I can't find my Koch Chemie one that I normally use, and then I refined it with their refining one, which is their like mid-range one, and then their high gloss one. Much better. Someone's pooping outside. So yeah, we've done one. But no, I will be going around it and doing it, and we'll be polishing the rest of it up as well, trying to make this the best it can be for what it is. But yeah, that's about all I'm doing today. Tomorrow hopefully I'll get them mouldings on, and that's that done, and then I can carry on cleaning it up. I might actually go take it for a run first before I clean it up, because I don't want to clean it up and then get it dirty. But yeah, I'll do that first. I think we'll get the mouldings on, sort all the other niggly bits out. I've got to paint the back bumper where I scuffed it on my roller shutter, so I'll pull that off and sort that out there. Little scuff, paint that in, and then I can put the trims in the bumpers, front and back, bolt all the bumpers up properly. Yeah, we're getting there, we're making progress. Gonna make someone a nice car, this is, when I'm finished. So, as always, a massive thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel and you're not already subscribed, hit that button, and we'll see you very soon on the next one. Stay safe and be lucky.